What if the NBA's greatest shooter suddenly got a teammate who spent years chasing his own shadow, and that teammate is his younger brother? Seth Curry is now heading to Golden State, signing a one-year deal to join Steph Curry on the Warriors. It's a reunion with deep roots, but the implications run far beyond a feel-good story. In this video, we'll trace how the Curry brothers were shaped growing up, walk through the twists and turns of Seth's long NBA journey, and break down exactly how this move could reshape the Warriors for the upcoming season. Because this isn't just about family. It might be a strategic gamble, one that could tip the scales or backfire spectacularly. Dell and Sonya Curry were more than just parents. They were architects of two basketball lives. Dell was a professional shooter himself, long before his sons took ball in hand. Sonya, a former volleyball star, provided the structure, discipline, and stability that balanced the household. In interviews, both Stephen and Seth often speak of how their parents emphasized hard work, humility, and competitive spirit from day one. In Charlotte, North Carolina, the Currys were always on the move. Stephen and then Seth grew up with basketball as part of daily life, not just in school or organized leagues, but in the driveway. One-on-one battles, in extra shots before breakfast. As kids, they pushed each other. When Steph made a shot, Seth tried to one-up him. When Seth nailed a long bomb, Steph responded with aggression. That sibling rivalry became fuel. Their foundation was laid before any high school spotlight, in the quiet hours when no one was watching. By the time high school came around, Stephen had already shown flashes of brilliance. Quick handles, deep range, improved shot creation. Seth, though younger, had the discipline to match. They shared not just genetics, but habits. Hours of shooting drills, extra gym time, correction, and critique from their father. It's no coincidence that both ended up being elite shooters. Their DNA included the jumper, but the culture, the grind, turned potential into reality. Stephen's path is more well-known. In high school, he was a standout, but nothing about his journey screamed future NBA legend. He didn't have elite size, athleticism, or brute strength. What he did have was elite shooting, clever movement, and a fearless mindset. At Davidson College, Steph exploded on the national stage, draining threes, creating mismatches, and carrying his team deep into March Madness. Scouts saw not just scoring, but an ability to change defenses, to pull in multiple defenders, and to open up space. He became a household name, selected 7th overall in the 2009 NBA draft by Golden State. His early years were a mix of promise and bumps, ankle injuries, consistency issues, adaptation to the pro game. But over time, he transformed into Steph, redefining how offense can flow around off-ball movement and three-point gravity. His influence goes far beyond scoring. He dictates spacing, creates gravity, drags defenses, and forces adjustments. His impact isn't just about how many threes he makes, but how he changes the game for everyone around him. As Steph ascended, his style became a model for modern NBA offense. Shoot often, move without the ball, recruit defensive attention, and thrive in chaos. His resume now includes multiple MVPs, championship banners, clutch moments, and a cultural reinvention of what a shooter can do. Seth's path was never going to replicate Steph's. He came in with less fanfare, less hype, and more questions. Undrafted out of Duke in 2013, he was cut, bounced between teams, and forced into proving himself repeatedly. He had to rely on every ounce of shooting, timing, and intangibles to stay relevant. Early on, Seth's minutes were scarce. He logged only occasional stints with Memphis and Cleveland, often on 10-day contracts or short deals. His place in the NBA was never secure. But slowly, he carved out a niche. The pure shooter, the floor spacer, the catch-and-shoot specialist defenders can't ignore. Over his career, Seth has played for many teams. Phoenix, Sacramento, Dallas, multiple stints. Portland, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Charlotte. He's had to prove himself again and again, often on the margins, rarely as a star. But in that grind came resilience, adaptability, and a sharp understanding of role basketball. Last season with the Charlotte Hornets, he averaged 6.5 points per game in approximately 15.6 minutes, while shooting an elite 45.6% from three, the league's best three-point percentage. In his career, he sits at approximately 43.3% from three, among the top shooters in league history. But those percentages don't tell the full story. His path was one of constant proving, minute by minute, shot by shot. In the playoffs, Seth has had moments too. In 2021, he dropped 36 points in a Game 5 in the second round. A reminder that even in big moments, he can perform. That balance, the journeyman tag, but deep shooting credibility makes this signing compelling. On paper, putting two Curry brothers in the same roster seems like maximum synergy, but it's not that simple. Their games overlap, but also differ, and success will depend on how these differences are navigated. Steph is a creator, orchestrator, initiator. He commands ball usage. He draws defenders. He flows through sets. He opens the court. His best versions occur when he has freedom, when defenses fear his pull-up or step back, when he destabilizes matchups. Seth doesn't demand the ball. He thrives off catch-and-shoot opportunities. He spaces the floor. He's not a primary creator, he's a threat. His role is delicate, sparse touches, timely shooting, and maintaining energy without dominating. Together, these are complementary roles, if they're respected. But conflicts could emerge. If Seth expects more than open looks, it could ruffle team flow. Defensive expectations. Will Seth be a liability off-ball? Rotational clashes with other shooters. Buddy Hield, Garland, Podziemski. The gravity problem. When defenders sag, Seth must punish. But if he falters early, that gravity disappears. The key is role clarity. Steph commands the offense. Seth backs him up, demands attention, but doesn't seek to disrupt. If he can stay in his lane and hit shots, the combo is gold. This wasn't a blockbuster trade. It was a delicate maneuver. Seth joined Golden State on a one-year Exhibit 9 contract, meaning non-guaranteed training camp deal, because the Warriors are against the hard cap due to other signings like Jonathan Kuminga and Al Horford. They can't just absorb Seth's salary immediately under a standard veteran minimum, so they'll waive him temporarily, then re-sign him later, likely mid-November, when pro-rated veteran minimum cost aligns with available cap space. This catch is crucial. It delays the official seeing both on the floor moment. Curry fans may have to wait several games before the duo is active together. Analysts even pinpoint mid-November, around November 13th, as the likeliest re-sign date. The delay is awkward, but it's a necessary dance under the NBA's complex financial rules. Despite that, the team has already announced the signing publicly. The Warriors confirmed Seth's addition on their official channels. Golden State Warriors. The front office and coaching staff appear willing to gamble on the emotional and strategic upside. Veteran depth moves like adding Al Horford and re-signing D'Anthony Melton further intensify the roster context. The Warriors are clearly building toward another push, betting that experience plus spacing can offset age limitations. Let's break down what the Warriors can realistically expect from Seth and where the danger zones lie. Elite floor spacing. Defenses cannot sag off him in catch and shoot. That opens driving lanes for Steph, Podziemski, and others. Bench shooting boost. When starters rest, Seth can come in as a reliable three-point threat, lifting the bench unit spacing. Playoff value. In tight postseason games, spacing is premium. A cold Steph night or increased defensive pressure on stars makes role shooters more valuable. Emotional and marketing lift. The storyline of Curry brothers sharing a roster will energize fans, media narratives, and identity. Flexibility. Because of his low cost, once guaranteed, and defined role, Seth gives Golden State optionality. Drop or maintain without huge penalties. At 35, wear and tear matter. If his shooting dips or he tires, his effectiveness drops sharply. Limited margin for error. Inconsistent starts or cold streaks may lead coaches to bench him quickly, especially in a tight rotation. Fit with existing shooters. The Warriors already have shooters and young wings. Allocating minutes will be a puzzle. Cap and roster constraints. The non-guaranteed nature and waiver dance means Seth's spot always sits at a knife's edge. Chemistry potential. Even among brothers, adjustments take time. Teammates, defensive rotations, and spacing need alignment. If he falters early, the narrative could go from poetic reunion to cautionary tale. Let's get tactical. What does this mean for Golden State's season? One of Golden State's perennial issues is bench consistency. Bringing in a shooter of Seth's caliber, in theory, smooths out bench to starters transitions. When Splash Brothers rest, spacing stays intact. Expect rotation shifts. Buddy Hield's minutes might shrink in certain lineups. Podziemski or younger guards may have to adjust to lower usage sets. The 11th man becomes more fluid. Seth might be slotted in 8 to 12-minute bursts initially, then expand based on performance. Spacing is the currency of modern NBA offense. If Seth hits, he draws attention. That could eliminate double-team funnels toward Steph. It could allow more freedom for cuts, movement, and secondary creation. In mid-range or contested shots, mismatches shrink because defenders can't cheat. Often, playoff series are won by marginal advantages: spacing, depth, freshness, role contributions. If Seth adds 3 to 5 effective shooting minutes per game above replacement, that margin compounds over multiple games. That could be a difference between first-round exit and conference finals. As Steph, Draymond, and Green age, the margin for decline tightens. Adding undervalued depth is a hedge. If injuries hit, the Warriors want to survive adverse stretches. Seth gives them a reliable weapon in fewer minutes, which becomes critical late in the season. Best case scenario: Seth comes in, settles quickly, hits approximately 38 to 42% from deep in 12 to 15 minutes per game. He spaces the floor, lets offense breathe, and becomes a trusted bench option. In the playoffs, he knocks down big threes, complements Steph's gravity, and becomes a dark horse in key rotations. The brothers run together. Fans love it. The narrative is golden. Moderate scenario: Seth is a role player, sub 10 minutes most nights, occasional cold stretches. He contributes occasionally but isn't a game changer. He doesn't hurt the team either. The Warriors still lean on other bench options. The reunion feels nice, but with modest impact. Worst case scenario: Seth struggles. He's cold, hesitant, fails to find rhythm. Rotation is tight, so he's benched quickly. The non-guaranteed contract means tension. Chemistry friction arises. The storyline becomes a burden, not a boost. He becomes a footnote rather than an asset. Which scenario happens depends on shooting consistency, defensive effort, adaptability, and coaching patience. This signing brings a narrative richness few moves have. Two brothers forged in the same backyard, now in the same NBA locker room. The Splash Siblings moniker writes itself. But beyond the story, there's real basketball at stake. This is not a vanity move. It's a calculated insertion of shooting, depth, and spacing into an aging core. The Warriors are betting that even small contributions from Seth will ripple out. Better spacing, more effective offense, more paths for rest and rotations, more playoff advantages. Steph is the star, Seth is the supporting actor. But in the right system, supporting actors shine. Here's what I want you to hold on to. This isn't just a sentimental move, it's a calculated gamble. If Seth thrives, the Warriors get deeper, more flexible, more dangerous. If he doesn't, it's a lesson in how even strong pedigrees don't guarantee success in a star-driven league. So I'll leave you with a question. Do you think Seth Curry will be more than a storyline? Will his presence elevate Golden State's title odds? Or will he fade into the margins? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you see the Curry brothers combining for something special? Or just a nice memory? If you want, I can also help you produce a tighter cut of this script geared for YouTube retention, hooks, timestamps, etc. Let me know which version you prefer.